Hello everybody and welcome to Stupid for Dexter.
Woo!
I'm your host Mandy Schneider.
And I am Kat Steele.
And this is our kill room.
Dun dun dun!
Well, once again, here we are, another Monday night, 8 p.m. Pacific time, and we are going to discuss episode 4 of Dexter, Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, so wonderful.
You liked it, huh?
I did. I feel like this season is just starting to take off. I am really excited to discuss this episode.
So what happened? Que pasó?
Oh my goodness, so much. So we've got Lumen in the scene now.
Mm-hmm.
Julia Stiles has to deal with her feisty ass running around. He has tranquilizer, drag her back. Oh, so much drama. Earn her trust, kind of.
Ooh. I sense some hatred against Lumen here.
Oh, no hatred.
No
Just
hatred.
she's thrown a few wrenches
Okay,
into the
okay.
whole clockwork here, which is totally fine, and I'm always up for a twist. Oh my goodness, what else have we got going on?
Well, we have Deb and Santa Muertos, the whole case. So she came in, she almost shot the guy, but didn't. So that's a little side plot. Another side plot, we got LaGuerta and Batista. That whole deputy coming in. Was he a deputy? I don't know. Some kind of cop.
I got that
FBI.
they were peers. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he's a higher up, I feel. But anyway, he came in. He wants to know about LaGuerta's BJs. I don't know how else to put that.
Her skills.
Blowjobs.
It's on her special skills on her resume.
Yes, and then we have the whole Quinn finding Jonah Mitchell.
Stalking Jonah Mitchell.
Yes, wanting to know about the Kyle Butler, but the thing is, he is now suspended. LaGuerta suspended him. Finally, the nanny quit because he doesn't agree with She doesn't agree with how Dexter's handling anything. But then she comes back. He talks her into coming back.
So
Finally,
she's back.
Yeah, very end of the episode, Deb and Quinn get together. So who knows? Who knows? I mean, the most important plot line, obviously, is this whole Lumen and Dexter. Lumen tells Dexter at the very end of the episode, you know, there's other killers out there, so...
That's right. It wasn't just Boyd.
We'll see, we'll see.
Oh, it's so exciting. Well, shall we,
Sure.
move
so
on?
the first big moment of this show...
Our first killer moment, would you say?
That's right. We'll discuss these in our segment called Killer Moments. So the first one, we have Quinn and Jonah. Like we said before, he goes into the little Quick Mart or whatever, and he sees Jonah.
Trying to get a Slurpee.
Exactly. So let's check out this clip.
Jonah? Hey, don't be afraid. I'm a cop, Miami Metro.
Do I know you?
I think I know who Kyle Butler is. Do you recognize this man?
What do you want to know?
Is this Kyle Butler?
Hey, back away! Back away!
I'm a cop, it's okay.
Keep your hands where I can fucking see him and shut the hell up. Jonah, go to the car now. Turn around. Yeah?
Nice. I like that. I like that. I like that Quinn is never gonna know, I hope.
No, I feel like that's a vague dead end to that. I mean, he got so close. And if he had had more time, would Jonah have even given up any information?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think Jonah is a big fan of Kyle Butler.
Yeah.
And I don't think he would give anything away. I really don't.
I totally agree with that.
But basically, this is a killer moment because Kat and I find it extremely important in the entire episode. We find it was pretty exciting because Quinn's going in here. You don't know, is Jonah going to give him up or not? So that's what we mean by killer moments. They forward the motion of the show and et cetera, et cetera. And also, this obviously leads to Quinn being suspended by LaGuerta. LaGuerta finally showed a little bit more of her tough side. And I like that. I miss that.
Oh, it was fabulous. She just goes, oh, excuse me, Quinn, were you missing this? Here's your ass. And I'm just going to give this to you, so get out of my office. Oh, I loved it. He was just asking for it. It's fabulous.
What about the second clip?
Oh, indeed. So the second clip, Lumen and Dexter are having a little face-off. Dexter's trying to earn her trust, hands her a knife.
Let's check it out.
And let's see what happens.
Look at this.
No, 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 no.
Look. This is what happened to the girls before you. This is what was going to happen to you. Every one of these barrels has a body in it. Boyd preserved them in formaldehyde so he could come and visit. Do you understand? I saved your life.
How do I know that you didn't kill these girls?
You don't. It's a leap of faith for both of us.
Yes. All kinds of reasons why this is important. All kinds of reasons. The main reason that pops into my head is not only is he trying to be honest with Lumen, which he says, okay, I'm going to be honest with her and try and gain her trust, but it goes back to the whole repetition. In the first episode, Dexter goes to the funeral.
That's right.
And he hears that statement. Why am I blanking on it?
I'm sorry for your loss.
I'm sorry for your loss. He repeats it at the end. Here, he hears from the nanny. I want to take a leap of faith.
That's right.
I want you to take this leap of faith with me. You trust me, I trust you. And so now he's using that same line to appear a little more normal, I guess, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
He wants to gain her trust, basically.
Absolutely. And I love both of those comments that he takes and recycles, because he takes them in completely different contexts both times, which is fascinating. And her reaction too, I mean, you know, she's feisty. Yeah, she's a little stabby. So, I mean, it's really interesting that he's trying to gain her trust. And same thing with the nanny too, trying to gain her trust as well. He seems to be trying to gain the trust of some women in his life.
I never really thought this was a very important thing for Dexter.
Yeah. Oh, that's why I find it so interesting and important. Same here. Why her? Why Lumen?
I don't know.
Why evil nanny?
I think, I mean, we'll go more into this when we have our expert on the show. But I think that's a good question for our expert, so I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah, up front with, in the chat room, reminds us that Dexter saw Quinn stealing money last season, right? And nothing ever happened with that, right? It just happened and that was it?
You know, it did just happen. There were a lot of things about Quinn that are not resurfacing in this season, which is, and he didn't do anything about that. He thought, I guess that is trying to get Quinn's trust.
Maybe.
So that's a good point.
Maybe it planted the seed of all of this distrust. But yeah, there was no immediate action taken on that.
Yeah, so maybe last season he was also trying to gain trust from people, so people wouldn't tell on him.
Yeah.
Because Quinn is already suspicious. So maybe Dexter thought, hey, if I don't tell on Quinn taking stuff, then he'll appreciate that and not try and get me in trouble. Not.
Sure.
Wrong.
Yeah, a little stalkiness on his.
Wrong. Am I on that camera? Wrong. I've always wanted to do that. Wrong.
Hold on.
Wait for it. Wrong. Wrong. Okay.
F minus.
I just had to do that just once, you know?
It was beautiful.
It's right there. That camera.
I'm glad you did that.
Anyway,
I feel good about that.
There's one more killer moment, and we won't even explain it. Let's just show the last clip, our third killer moment.
Let's roll into it.
I read your letter. I know you have a family who loves you. You should go home to them.
It's not that simple.
It is. It really is.
Boyd wasn't the only one who did this to me. There were others. It's not over.
I love that moment. I mean, it's more than
Man.
just one moment, but for sake of killer moments, it's a moment, if that made any sense.
I would say it's the killer moment. Perhaps the pinnacle of everything we've seen in season 5. So, wow, this changes the game so much. Oh, it's exciting. And I want to know more about Lumen now. You know, what has she been through? What does she know? So much.
It's crazy because Dexter thought he had this whole thing figured out. He saw the letter in her suitcase. Oh, she misses home. I'm going to do this favor for her and let her go back home. Whack! She flips it.
Yep.
There's more people than just Boyd.
It's a ring or it's a network or something going on. It was bigger than Boyd, and so now we know when Boyd said, you know, it's...
You just don't know what you're getting yourself into.
No,
or you don't know what you're getting yourself into. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. And she has a lot of pent-up anger in her. And I mean, who knows what this loose cannon is going to do, you know?
Oh, dude.
No one knows.
Feisty.
No one knows.
You don't, and it's... I don't think she's going to go running to the police at the moment. That's not the concern. She's unpredictable. She's the wild card. I don't think she's easily tamed or manipulated or under Dexter's thumb. This is, you know, Dexter has dug himself so much deeper. What now? I mean, Harry even said, Harry's like, you got to kill her, like, now. And Dexter's like, no, it's fine. I'm just going to clean her wound. She's going to be great. Give her some antibiotics. Harry's like, no, seriously, stab her.
Yeah.
Great job, Dexter.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely goes back to the whole episode being called Beauty and the Beast. You know,
yes.
He's the monster. She's this poor beauty with marks on her back, and he's cleaning Sleeping Beauty. You know, I think they even mentioned Sleeping Beauty in the episode. A lot of references to fairy tales here.
Very much so.
Which, makes me wonder what Dexter's trying to be, you know?
I mean, what is the goal? He could kill her at any moment. I don't think this is a cat and mouse game where he's keeping her alive because he plans on, you know, further evil, malicious plans. This knight in shining armor, this replacement Rita. We had a replacement Cody.
Definitely replacement Rita.
Well,
not so much. I really don't think they're going to become romantic. I freaking hope not. But I really do.
Weird.
Yeah, I really do. I think it's a replacement Rita in the sense that, oh, here's this woman. I can't avenge her death. She's gone. Trinity's gone. Here's this other poor woman, this Sleeping Beauty, who I can save, perhaps.
Yeah. And if I save her and she's in debt to me, she can watch my babies.
Oh, that's right.
Awesome. Indentured servitude.
Yeah.
You have a permanent nanny.
That's true.
It's brilliant.
You never know.
Get rid of evil nanny. You've got Lumen, who God knows what is wrong with her. She's probably got Stockholm syndrome and God knows what else. It's like, all right, you just go watch the babies. I'm gonna go out and kill people. See you later, honey.
You bring up the Stockholm syndrome, and like the weeks before, we are going to have an expert on tonight. Once again,
yes.
Randy Gyorffy, and we are going to have him in this segment we call Driving the Dark Passenger. So yes, once again, we're going to have Randy Gyorffy on in just a moment. If you haven't seen the episodes before, I have read his bio, but I'm going to read it again.
Let's do it again.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I have to read it. I don't have this memorized yet.
Well, it's important that people know who he is.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, Producer Mike.
What?
Producer Mike.
Sorry.
Producer Mike.
Look at your Henley.
Tonight it's me and Elaine.
Woo!
Elaine on TriCaster. So we're trying to do all this ourselves. Jim over there helped set up the whole set with Travis, but production-wise, it's me and Elaine.
Oh, that's
so you're doing a lot.
For instance, Stripped Down Live, Stupid for Movies. I mean, you know, are there shows? There's like 5, 6, 7 people running this thing. There's two, and it's Elaine's second time, so give her a hand.
Woo!
Oh, I'm gonna clap out here.
That's right.
No, Elaine, don't give yourself a hand.
We've got a seal clap. Seal clap.
Okay. All right. So go back.
Well, thank you so much.
And
We
take two.
love our crew.
So Randy Gyorffy, bio. Graduated from University of Illinois in Chicago with a master's in social work in 1993. He worked inpatient and outpatient psychology for 10 years at Alexian Brothers Medical Center in Elk Grove. Also, he's been a dialysis social worker for the past 8 years, which means he sees a lot of blood on a daily basis. Very Dexter. Very Dexter. So he's
Very
going to
relevant.
Skype in and answer these questions because we've been very not very analytical. We're just the fans. I have to remind people, we are the fans. We're not analytical. We won't always see the best shot in the show, but we like to go Google over Dexter. So here he is, Randy Gyorffy.
Woo!
Hey.
Good evening, ladies.
Well, hello, Randy.
Hey, Kat.
Thanks so much for joining us, as always.
Thanks for having me again.
So Randy, on the whole, what'd you think of the episode?
I'm liking it more and more, Mandy. This is actually getting fun. I've been jumping at the bit for you to call because you're covering a lot of stuff I think we're going to cover anyway. This is a good episode.
Yeah. We didn't mean to step on your shoes. We mentioned things, but I didn't want to go into it because I know you are the expert. We are the fans. So, Kat, you have a couple good questions.
Ooh, I do. So we just brought one of them up. Stockholm Syndrome. I know that in the fairy tale Beauty and the Beast, it's said that the main princess Belle has Stockholm Syndrome after being taken hostage in the castle by the Beast. There were definitely, I saw some parallels with the fairy tale and Dexter and Lumen. Lumen has been held hostage. God knows what she's been through. But she's also feisty. What do you think is going on with her?
First of all, what is Stockholm Syndrome?
Oh, yes. Yeah. I know the general stuff. You know the good stuff.
The term came about, I think it was the early 70s. There was a bank robbery in Stockholm, and the hostages were held for approximately 1 week. But the unique thing that happened with them is because the captors weren't cruel per se, other than the fact that they were holding them, there was no real death threats. The hostages had this syndrome, which basically was they defined the fact that there was no cruelty going on to them. They took that almost as an act of kindness. So when they got out, they were even sticking up for the bank robbers. So that's where that actually came from, the early 70s. And definitely going on with Lumen in that, all right, Dexter did tweak her with his syringe, so that wasn't very nice, and he held her down. But then he's being nice. He keeps on reiterating, I'm not going to hurt you, I'm not going to hurt you. You know, what are you going to do with me? Nothing. Are you going to sell me? That was kind of strange. But he's saying no, he's not going to sell. So she does have the Stockholm Syndrome going on. What else I think is going on weird with her, though, Kat, is you were talking about the cat and mouse game. I don't think Dexter's doing it. I think she might. He's being very vulnerable with her right now. And in being vulnerable, he's even said it's not, she said, after almost crying at the back of the car in that scene you showed, all of a sudden she just holds her hands up and says, it's not over yet. And that seemed to, almost like a puppy dog, he's like ready to help her. He's going to be there for her, except for the previews that we saw.
Yeah, we definitely see that he is ready. He wants to save this woman. He didn't save the last one, so.
That's right.
You know, I think that's what's going to happen anyway.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Now, this whole Lumen character, is she your average sociopath? I mean, we see in the preview, so I'm not ruining anything here, that she is going to try and shoot a guy who either...
Although some people don't watch the previews.
What?
I don't think we should talk about
Shut up.
Whoa.
Jim, you were saying that, like you don't want to watch the previews, right?
Like right after Dexter.
Some people actually don't watch the previews after Dexter. They turn it off. So we probably
Earmuffs,
should.
Jim.
We'll take a poll in the chat room when I can get back to it after Skype, and I'm going to find out if people want to talk about the previews.
Okay, let me say this much then. Even at the end of the episode, it is pretty obvious that she wants these guys to pay. I mean, am I right? So I'm
absolutely,
not.
Yeah.
I thought she made that
that's part of the
clear.
episode. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. So, just saying that. Is something sociopathic for her? I mean, is she a sociopath? Is she psychotic, or is she just? I mean, what's her deal?
Right now, Mandy, I'd say a little too soon to tell. I mean, you could be absolutely correct. She might be the female version of Dexter, which we'll find out in the next couple of episodes. Don't know yet. She's been traumatized. That much is clear. You know, she's been beat on, almost killed by Boyd. Now we're hearing, gee, there's a pattern to that. And there's something possibly even going on at home that she doesn't want to go back to that. So we know that she's abused. How much that's turned her into something like Dexter, we don't quite know yet. And now we're not allowed to talk about the previews, so I won't go there.
Man.
I don't know. What are people saying in the chat room? Anybody got a chat room on?
Yeah, anybody in the chat room? Are we allowed to talk about the previews?
Unfortunately, I can't check chat room because we have the Skype running through the
We
computer.
might just have to,
I know, based on the Dexter forum that I belong to now,
Indeed.
okay, if you're out there, thanks for watching. Based on the Showtime forum, whoops, we have a crown in our...
Ooh, fabulous.
They watch the previews, but that's not everybody.
Hold on, I'm looking right now.
Okay, we're looking right now,
We
Randy,
might
if
have
you don't
to have
mind.
Yes,
Jim-
previews are good according to the chat room.
Okay, Jim.
Are good to talk about.
You may talk about the previews.
Okay.
Jim, we're going to have you have to do earmuffs rule from now on then. Were you earmuffs?
Earmuffs.
Okay.
Well,
it's only fair.
Kat has some other awesome questions.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have another question for Randy.
I like that you're raising your hand.
It's polite.
Yes, Kat.
Thank you very much. Randy, so we were talking about how Lumen was being very vulnerable with, or Dexter was being very vulnerable with Lumen. I said to Mandy, he was also being very vulnerable with the nanny. When he shows up at her doorstep, he's like, please, please take me back as a client. Here's my baby. Please watch her while I kill people. And she's like, she's not having it. He starts vaguely revealing his past actions from the night before. And I cannot really recall him doing that voluntarily with too many other characters ever. So it feels like he's being very vulnerable with these two women in his life now. And especially Evil Nanny, because I just don't trust her. But what is going on with Dexter? What's his beef? Why is he just... I don't even know. Maybe he's getting a softer side.
I don't know. What do you think, Randy?
Okay, here we go. This is the part I wanted to kind of tackle. Got to go back a little bit. I think that maybe the nanny is giving Harry a run for his money on being Dexter's new conscience. Let me explain that. At one point, Harry's kind of getting bent, okay? And he's like, Dexter, what's the first rule of the code? And Dexter answers not to kill anybody innocent. Harry answers to not get caught at any cost. And Harry had to repeat that later. Now let's take a look at Dexter's behavior. That's where you're going with the question. Well, where did he get some of this new ideation from? The nanny. She had that bizarre thing she said about never lie to someone who trusts you, never trust someone who lies. And then she's the one, like you said, Kat, earlier in the show, a leap of faith. Well, some of this stuff is sticking for Dexter, and you're right, it could be some of his psychopathic, I know how to repeat back and do things that I think people want, and that's great, but he's actually starting to show that he cares about it with that first new code that he contradicted Harry on with do not harm an innocent.
Oh, man.
Well, I feel like Dexter... I feel like Dexter was wondering how to gain the trust of these two ladies. So I think he said, well, I've tried to gain the trust of Lumen by telling her the truth. Now let me go back to the nanny's house and tell her the truth, which he does. I mean, he doesn't say, I killed Boyd and there was a girl who saw me, so I'm trying to help her out. He kind of forgets that Boyd part because, you know, who knows if the nanny can handle that? She might be able to.
I think she can.
But who knows?
Peanut Gallery.
I want to throw a bit of a bone, though, if I may, because Kat's really nervous that Dexter might be coming too soft and sweet.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that he got the crotchety old Irish woman to trust him, so why not Lumens? There's still a piece of him there. It's just Dexter manipulating. Okay,
Yeah.
That's still there. It's just that, yes, he is having a softer side of Dexter.
Well, what's the whole thing with the whole trusting, you know, the nanny? It's you, I had 30 people, it's you. Is this just like some mom figure he never had that he's looking for, maybe? Is that part of it? I mean, why is he so entrusting in her? I guess we don't know yet. I guess that's part of the secret of what we're trying to figure out of why was he suddenly, this is the one. You know, when he's never really had any kind of bond with anybody in terms like that, and he's suddenly bonding with this person and almost wanting her to stay when he never wanted anybody to stay, usually.
When they hired her, I was looking at Dexter's face when they were interviewing that nanny, and he was very much like, oh my gosh, look at this woman. She's perfect in every way. Like, he was very, if you go back and watch that episode again, I think it is a little mommy figure. I really do.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
And the kid definitely likes her, and well, everyone else was freaking crazy
This is true.
but
This is true.
But I do think it is a mommy figure for sure. What do you think, Randy?
I don't think you need me anymore. That was pretty good.
Really?
Well done, Mandy.
As you're saying it, okay, Dexter can't let go of his past. It's said in the previews. We can talk about previews now.
Yep.
That he wants her to let go of her past because he can't. And good call. I hadn't even thought about that. But yeah, this could be, that really makes this show sick. It could be a mommy figure. That could
I
be
knew
fun.
I was in the
still
wrong
think
seat.
that she's going to be more the conscience of his, but I like what you're saying.
I got it. See, this is why I gotta go get out of writing, get out of production. I gotta go into psychiatry, right?
Yeah.
Social work. Come on, what am I doing here?
That's right.
Now I sound like my mom. Why did you go into it? Anyway, I got my own. See, now talk to me about my problems. No.
Well, Randy, do you have any predictions for this season? Anything about, things that we haven't really spoken about today so far? Obviously we've talked about the nanny, predictions about the nanny, predictions about Lumen, or predictions about anything else.
Yeah.
Anything that you're thinking?
I'd like to see them bone up on the Quinn writing because, just my opinion, it's kind of getting lame with him. Where's he going with this? It just
thank
keeps
you.
on. He's touching on. It's like he's picking off a scab. Hate to be so gross, but he's picking off a scab, and then they don't know what to do with him next. Then he goes back, and he's bad for Deb, but she wants a bad man anyway. That was very Harlequin romance going on right there.
Yep.
I don't know what they're doing with him. The main prediction right now, though, is I'm thinking that Lumen is going to be matching wits with being manipulative on Dexter, and we'll see that in the next couple episodes.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Randy, for joining us once again. We love your insights.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Randy. It was insightful
Thanks again for having me.
wonderful as always.
All right, we'll see you soon.
Yep.
All right, so we touched upon those predictions that Randy had. I have to say, like I said, I'm part of this Showtime forum for Dexter, and there are a lot of predictions on that website. Some people think, Lumen and Dexter are going to get together romantically. Do you think so?
I'm not feeling it. I feel like, if anything, I think she's gonna be killed or get killed, or I just don't see it come to that point. But I mean, I could be wrong. I don't feel like it's Lila 2.0. I don't.
Yeah, a lot of people. I mean, obviously, and this is not just in the previews. Anyone can find this out. She is a guest star for a few episodes.
Yeah.
So she's going to be on for a while. She's not dying anytime soon. I
think
don't
you're saying stuff
Right.
you shouldn't say. That's if somebody went on IMDb and knew to check.
I
how
didn't
many
go on
episodes.
IMDb.
Yeah.
How do you know she's on so many episodes?
I looked on the forum.
Right, but some people don't even do that. They want to know nothing, and I'm just trying to be careful with people who are watching the show that we talk about only things we know and nothing that we've looked up or anything. I know.
Okay.
Indeed. All right.
I don't know how many
Yeah.
episodes she's
All right.
going to be on. I'm just saying,
Yes.
if it was just some lady who this was her first guest starring role, she might die tomorrow. But it's Julia Stiles, Save the
Sure.
Last Dance.
You were building just to get to that.
I
weren't
was.
You were just totally building to get to the dance.
God, it's so good. Every episode.
Now here's a little. I'm not sure of the prediction, but I'm just wondering, just because I think this character is so freaking boring, that police woman. What is with that police
God.
woman?
Is this bad?
Give me something.
I was hoping she'd get killed
No.
in the raid. I was like, oh, just hit her. Just for the love of God, human shield and just done.
Yeah.
Be done with it already.
I mean,
you don't
I-
even have to cut her head off. I'd be fine with that. Ugh.
I don't know what's going on. Some people, I mean, you might think she's evil. She's coming off as, it's kind of like what Randy said about Quinn. They're both coming off kind of bland right now.
Really stale.
Everything
Yeah.
that Quinn was in the last season, he stole things. The gentleman that was in the chat room earlier brought that up and reminded us of that. Thank you. He stole things. He was more manly looking. He was more of a threat. And this, I mean, yeah, it is a threat in the sense that he is bringing up this whole Kyle Butler thing, but he's just kind of a wuss.
And he got told. And my notes, don't laugh, my notes for him, I took notes while watching the episode, were, Quinn, I hope something eats him. That's all I had to say.
I can't laugh. Can I laugh?
Yeah,
Can I
of
laugh?
And I still feel that way.
Eats him.
I do.
Yeah, I mean,
like him.
And it's the same thing with that police officer. Does anyone in the chat room have any predictions about this police officer? It's killing me because she's so boring.
Yeah, what?
Right. I mean, and then, well,
Elaine has a
Oh,
prediction.
Elaine
but
does.
It seems like. Let me get to Elaine in a second. I'll give her my mic.
Okay.
It seems like they had the police officer last year, right? Then she got involved in Quinn. Oh no, she wasn't a police officer. She was a reporter, right? And
Trinity's daughter.
And she got involved with Quinn, right? But that's what I'm saying. They always bring in these. Here's another outside person we're going to sort of involve. At least that had some kind of something to it. Yeah, and I don't know what
It's red shirts.
has. This has
Red
nothing
shirts.
to it. Yeah, right.
We're
Exactly.
going to go
No,
back to
Richards.
that again.
Yeah.
I won't say it this
So
week.
yeah, who cares? Right? Who
Yeah.
cares about her? It's just weird.
Yeah.
Do not care.
I mean, maybe she's going to screw with Deborah in some
But they need to
respect.
establish that.
Yeah.
It's 3 episodes in. Let's get moving here on it. We don't care.
Yeah.
Same thing with
She's riding
Quinn.
shotgun in
Yeah.
the car. I don't care.
Exactly. I don't care either. I hope something happens. I hope she gives. Honestly, I
September
know.
Sky. September
go
Sky
ahead.
says she's the linguistic element and to reach out to the gangs. Right, but that's the interesting thing. Do we care? This is like a CSI. Nobody's watching, I don't think, these shows to go, how do they investigate and get to the point? I don't think we care.
No.
And it's never written to care. So obviously she has to be involved somehow other than to help the police solve something, right? Dexter never really works like that. Yes,
Yeah.
Kat, with a
Yes,
question.
Kat.
Well, thank you. I say maybe she is the evil overlord of the Santa Muerte cult. And she's making everybody all manipulative, like, dance, puppets, dance.
Maybe. I hope she gives Deborah some trouble.
I would love
because
that.
Deborah right now is getting more interesting this episode. I like Deborah, don't get me wrong. But she hasn't had much of a storyline except she's involved with Santa Muerte's, case, and she's kind of doing Quinn, not anymore, kind of, and is back with Quinn, whatever. But I think there needs to be more drama with Deborah, so I hope this police officer gets her in trouble somehow. But I do want to hear what Elaine doesn't think
Elaine's
so.
over there. Elaine, what's going on?
Hold on.
Wait, we have to give her a mic.
Okay,
I gotta
let's-
mute my mic so you don't hear much noise. Okay. I gotta hold my mic up.
I'm excited to
Elaine's
hear what
gonna take
Elaine
4,
has
which
to
will be
say.
me. Go ahead, Elaine, talk. No, you're just gonna see me. Keep it on them.
Okay.
Elaine, what
Other
do
than
you
we see-
think?
other than we see
Indeed.
a computer in the shot.
Okay, she's a spoiler. She's going to get between Batista and LaGuerta. I said this to you guys last week. Batista is threatened by his wife as his boss and the sexual innuendo. This is a beginning officer, someone that would look up to Batista instead of the powerful female that he's married to, make him feel manly again. She comes from the strong Catholic background. She's not, there isn't going to be the scuttlebutt about her sex life the way he's hearing remarks about LaGuerta. And if LaGuerta sticks to her career and goes with internal affairs and doesn't stick up for him enough, I can see him, falling into the arms of the young, doe-eyed girl that's going to make him feel big again.
But I mean, I think he's sticking up for LaGuerta. I think LaGuerta, all this talk about, and this was also in the forum, and it's not ruining anything, it's just opinions.
No spoiler alerts.
There's a lot of talk about, all this talk about LaGuerta giving a lot of blowjobs.
That was
So,
an odd moment.
well, here's the deal. Some people are thinking that she is going to be pressured into giving this police dude a BJ.
No, that's what the obvious was. That's what, as soon as you saw that scene, well, is it true? I think that's the red herring. They want you to believe that. I think the writers are smart in that they set it up, and they've been doing a lot of that. They've been doing a lot of these weird red herring things of setting things up and then not really paying off. Like, haha, we got you. But it was such a weird hack sort of dynasty premise, from the old days.
I love Dynasty.
That it's got to mean something else. There's got to be something else going on. And then, I'm hoping, and who cares really? It's like, I just don't care. But I think there's maybe she was messing around with somebody else, and they kind of know that. So Internal Affairs is checking in on that as well, just like they did, when they were going out at the beginning.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And again,
All right.
if it does happen, I don't care.
I know you don't care.
Interpersonal
know.
relationships, I don't care.
I know they're not a main storyline, but I like both the actors. I like both the characters. I actually do. So I hope that I hope this takes on some sort of juicier plot, because I want to see more of LaGuerta and Batista. I actually do.
They're adorable. And also, I feel that way with so many of the secondary like the Office characters, like you know, Santa Muerte Cop, Angel, LaGuerta, like
Masuka.
Quinn, just juice it up. Give us more. It could be so interesting with a little bit more texture and you know, twist it around a little bit.
Anybody in the chat room have any ideas about LaGuerta, Batista?
Yeah.
There's a lot of talk of how Kat should be on Dexter. And I
What?
said Kat wants to be
Wait.
killed on Dexter, right?
Why can't I be on
You
Dexter?
can be on Dexter too.
Both of us
Okay.
should be killed on Dexter.
Anybody? Let's see.
If not, I have another prediction.
Go ahead, get to that. It takes
It's
a second.
it's not another prediction, it's a question almost.
Ooh, fabulous.
There's lots of hubbub about this nanny being evil. Now here's
Totally
my
evil.
question, okay? If she's so evil and there's such a plan for her to be so evil and kill or whatever, why did she quit? You have a piece of hair sticking up. I need to fix it.
That was my devil horn.
I know you.
I honestly don't think she's evil. I really
Why
think
not?
that's what we discussed earlier. I think she's going to play off Dexter's dad, and now Dexter doesn't know who to listen to anymore. She's saying, be nice and be kind to people, and the dad's like, get rid of her. And I think it becomes the angel and devil on Dexter's shoulder.
Okay.
Because how many evil people can we have on the show? How
Not
many?
too much.
And we've never investigated that yet. We've
that's
never
true.
had an alternate voice to his dad's voice, and that would seem like a smart way to go if you're a writer.
I like that. I don't think she's evil either. She quit way too quickly. She was hard to talk back into getting back into Dexter's life. I don't think she's evil.
I'm a little suspicious still, but it does make sense because his
It makes sense that she's evil.
manifestation. No, well, it makes sense that she's becoming this mother figure, evil or not, just because this manifestation of Harry is crumbling, and so it's kind of the replacement's kind of coming, and I can see
we get
that.
a lot of
but
people agreeing with what I said. September Sky, Jim Patrick, Dex Deb, but A4 Monkey thinks she's evil.
A4
And then
monkey.
Jim Patrick
Still
tells
on
me
the
to put it
evil-
in final
yeah.
draft, which means I should apparently be writing this episode. Thanks, Jim.
That's lovely. I wanted to bring up my Dexter Disney metaphor.
Yes, please do.
Huge Disney door.
Yeah, you have to understand. Big Disney person right
Good
here.
Lord, I was so excited because
You got that, Disney?
they talked about Lumen having the funky name, even the
Yeah, what is Lumen? What's that name?
it's a hippie name. It's
But is it?
No, but what
it
does
means
it
right.
say?
But
Yes,
the
that's-
equivalent is in Beauty and the Beast. There's a character named Lumiere.
Ah, I love that.
Boom, baby. So Lumiere
Snap!
is
Snap! Where are my? Snap!
Do it again.
Snap!
Oh, do it again. Wait, she's not.
uno más.
Hold on. One more time.
Wait,
Ready? There you go.
Oh, so good. Oh,
Look,
so good.
it's only Elaine's second time.
Hey,
So
it's okay.
she's gonna-
Awesome.
It's okay.
catching
I'll
up.
snap many times. Tell me more about this Beauty and the Beast Dexter thing. I find
So-
it very intriguing.
couple parallels from one of my favorite movies. So there were a few moments where Dexter was tending her wounds, and in turn, later on in the show, she was tending his wound that she inflicted on him with this little
Yeah.
stabby. There's a moment like that in Beauty and the Beast, and Belle even says to the Beast, you know, thank you for saving my life. And there's kind of this shift with their entire relationship. And there's also another moment where she says, well, much later in the show, when they start to talk more openly, she says, well, I thought you were a monster. And Lumen and both Lumiere both have mean light, so I thought it was very interesting. A couple little
Yeah, and
moments
Harry
like that.
Harry had a quote, "You won't be the handsome prince who saves her."
Exactly.
A4 Monkey brought up in the chat room, Lumen equals light, Dexter equals dark.
Oh, they'd be a cute couple.
No.
Oh, they'd be so cute together.
You know, I
don't
don't want to
ruin
even
it.
think about it.
Oh, Mandy,
Ugh, gross.
where's your heart? Where's the romance?
Ugh.
Fine, he'll probably end up killing her. Well, whatever.
That, to lighten this show up, luminescence, lumen, light, we are going to
Wait,
bring
do you have
on...
predictions? You want to do your predictions first? You want to?
Oh, I thought those were our predictions.
Those were your predictions.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
All right.
Yeah.
I feel maybe we need a card for that then. I think we need a prediction.
we need a little.
Oh, we do?
I'm very like hit the fourth graders over the head.
Do you want
I'm very,
jazz
like,
hands?
we need.
And
we need-
can give 'em jazz
that was
hands.
our predictions.
Yay!
All right.
Anywho, we have a weekly guest. Every episode we have this gentleman on. His name is Paul Goebel in a segment we like to call Stump the King. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Oh, Mr. Paul Goebel,
The king of TV.
There you
Hi,
go.
everybody. Like a jaunty angle. There. Hi, how's it going? I'm Paul Goebel. I'm the king of TV. I know a lot about TV and TV trivia, and I'm here to answer your trivia questions if you want to try to stump me. It's that simple.
All
I
right.
like it.
Bring it on.
So, I need people in the chat room now. And I'm waiting.
While we're waiting for questions.
We got so busy with our 2-people crew that I didn't get asked the chat room to. Usually I ask them earlier.
Right, the chat room has to.
You know,
has
I
to
was
give.
thinking that actually Dexter is the beauty and Lumen is the beast.
Oh.
I second that. I second that.
Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't there a part in the movie Beauty and the Beast where Beauty is tending to his wounds and taking care of him when he's all wet and sick, right?
Yes.
That's exactly what's happening.
Did you find out
on
about the
show.
Dexter chair from last week? Is the first question that Up Front With is asking about. Remember the question was the stool or
The
something?
Smith & Wesson?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you
that's
look into
right.
that?
What about it? I never heard anything about that.
Okay, so we never got any
We never checked
clarification.
into it.
It's not like horseshit to
All right.
me.
I'll write a note.
Snaps.
Smith
Wesson.
and Wesson.
Yeah.
I'll please check back next week and we'll have that.
But
in.
I
Mandy,
know Sean Things got his magnet from when he.
There you go.
stumped me.
So yes, you do
lovely.
get prizes from the King of Trivia.
Yeah,
King
you
of
can
Television.
get
Sorry.
all kinds of prizes that have my picture on them. Who
Oh,
doesn't?
does
who
the
doesn't
magnet
want
have your
that?
picture on it?
Magnets and pins and stickers. And
Oh, my.
All kinds of great stuff.
Corey,
All that
Streamin Corey in the chat room, I believe is Corey, who does all our title cards, says he did in fact confirm the stool did in fact say Smith & Wesson.
Ooh,
Oh, did he?
Corey, thank you.
Jeez.
Thanks for
Thank
nothing,
you.
Corey.
Sean
Nice.
Things wants to give others a chance. Okay, so he's not
All
going
right.
to
Very good of himself.
Nope.
Very nice.
People are scared of stuff. Now I know, Mandy, you had a humongous list. So do you want to,
I had a list, but
or
I
do you
thought,
want to do your
Oh,
other thing
please.
first?
Yes.
I thought this would be a good opportunity to bring up. My parents got me a calendar. I just visited them. It's a Dexter
cute.
calendar
For next year. That's pretty
for next
awesome.
year. How jealous are you? So I thought,
So cute.
wouldn't it be cool if I picked a month and you had to tell me what episode it was from?
That would be cool.
Oh, I like that.
If I can do it.
Ay,
Okay.
ay, ay.
Okay, let's
Doesn't it have
see.
little trivia tidbits in there?
You know, you'd think
No.
Hanukkah is on the 20th of December.
Okay.
There you go.
That's
That's the trivia it
like
has.
that.
Kat, when is your birthday?
Ooh, May.
May. So, May comes before June. All right, here is this.
Woo.
What is that from? Can everyone see that out there? I hope there's not a quote saying it, but
he's got a
Yeah,
he's got a
we can see it.
claw hammer in this picture, and he's got a drill in this picture, and this is clearly his kill room. And these pictures on the wall. Well, this is from, because that's a lady in the tub.
oh,
So this is,
we know the season then.
yeah, this is obviously from last season. When did he have John Lithgow strapped down? That never happened, did it? He never.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so that's where it's from. Where he's giving him shit there about the hammer, and then he's gonna take him out.
Nice.
But he forgets.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, Kat's telling something. Secrets.
Oh, it's from the season finale, The Getaway.
Does it say that?
No, that's what Kat just.
Oh, very good.
That's
Okay, we
my
have a
sort of
question from the
answer.
chat room.
Getaway.
We have a trivia.
Okay.
What was Dexter's dad's biological name? So Dexter's biological dad, what was his
Oh,
name?
his
Not his
biological
biological
father.
His biological father, what was his name?
Who asked this question?
Dex Deb.
Okay. I was just reading about this today. I want to say it was James. Is that right?
No.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna
Yeah. Well, I wanted to say it.
It
so
starts
I
with
said
a
it.
J.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So I was.
Yeah.
Close.
I
That's why
can't
I
even
wanted
say
to
give me
say
more
James.
because it's not like a variation of James.
It's not Jamie or
No,
Jaime or
no.
anything like
Jimmy.
that?
No.
Or Jimmy or Jimbo.
Jeremiah.
What is it? What is the answer?
Joe Driscoll.
Joe.
Deb
Oh,
wins.
way to go, Deb.
Whoa,
So how
good
does
job.
now they Dex Deb write
Just
to you?
send me an email, paul@thekingoftv.com, or go to my website, thekingoftv.com, and remind me that you stumped me, and I'll send you a nice prize.
The King of TV.
And I'll mention your name on my podcast, The Paul Goebel Show.
Wow.
Ooh.
So that way
Nice.
people listen to hear their own name. Do another month.
Okay, another
That was
month.
fun. I like that.
Okay. Producer Mike.
Yes.
When's your birthday?
February.
February. That's how I remembered how to spell that in school. February.
He pronounces every letter. Wronga. King.
Here is the month of February.
Oh, boy.
Dex and Quinn.
See, that's old
Oh,
Quinn.
Quinn. There. Is that old Quinn?
He's a little more buffed there. He's filling out his sweater a little more.
Oh.
But he's still very tan. I don't know, this is kind of a generic picture. What
I'll
do you
move my
think,
hand.
Oh man,
Is that a tree that he's by?
he's
Yeah.
just kind of hanging out
Maybe
by the
this
tree.
is right around Halloween when he was tracking down the kid who was going around breaking lights and shit.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I think that's
yeah.
what the
Yeah.
episode's
Oh, that's
from.
good.
Right?
I think you got that. Yeah.
Ooh.
When he was trying to figure out who was doing all that nonsense, that's what I think that is.
I second whatever Paul just said.
That's crazy.
Oh my
Right, that
gosh.
crazy kid. We forgot all about that creepy kid.
That's right.
Whatever happened?
Why don't I remember that?
It was the whole neighborhood wanted to know who was wrecking shit, and it turned out to be somebody's son who was going around wrecking shit, and
What?
Dexter kind of caught him and
Oh,
Faced him with it.
yeah. Oh, my gosh.
He got told.
He got told. He got told.
he got served.
Yes.
Any more questions in the chat room?
Flair FF, FLR FF. I don't know, that was a trivia question, but very interesting if this is true. Visible throughout the first season. Fun fact. Visible throughout the first season, Dexter has a large scar on his left side. Later in season 2, the scar moved to his right side, leaving his left side unmarked.
Oops.
That's one of those coffee cup was there, but then it was there, sort of.
And now it's back on the left side.
that's interesting. I
In
would
the
like to see
episode
that.
last night, I saw the scar on his left
Now,
side.
is that the circular scar? It looks like a puncture of some sort, or
It
is
looks
a
pretty
line?
straight.
No, it's
to
like a
me.
straight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I would like to know if that actually.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Was it his left side?
How about September Sky? During season 1, it's a little, but then I get when I see the answer. What aspect of investigating the serial killer most fascinated Dexter? So season 1.
In season 1, it was from the very first episode. They find those body pieces in the pool, no blood.
Yes.
Very good.
He was impressed by that.
man.
He said, "I'm so impressed. There's no blood,
Yep.
and there was nothing for him to do."
Very
He was
good.
impressed by that. Speaking of that, what Dexter was impressed by, I'll say this for his relationship with Lumen. He can't be romantically involved with her because, haven't we already established he is incapable
Yes.
of being romantically
Exactly.
involved with a woman?
That's why I think it's such a
What he
cool
does.
thing that he's not falling for, but he trusts, which is as far as he can go.
Yeah,
this
right.
woman,
A person like him.
the babysitter. That to me is what's fascinating about it.
Yeah.
The more I think about it, I don't. The other girl, she's gonna go crazy and she's gonna mess up things. You can tell.
Yeah, she's going to get him into trouble.
And,
he's
and
gonna
I think
have
we're
to
more
cover
focused
for it,
on. I think the
stuff like
focus.
that.
I think what they want. What is that? I think that they want us to focus. At least I'm focusing on is how messed up is this girl gonna? How is she gonna get him caught?
Right.
And then the babysitter. I don't know. I'm still not on the evil thing. I'm like, oh, is he gonna actually trust somebody for the first time ever that we've seen? Considering again, the first episode of this season was. I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything. We get it. We get it. It seems like they were foreshadowing something. Otherwise, they were just again selling the series to people who've never seen it before. But I'm hoping they're smart enough writing. They're foreshadowing, and maybe this is what we're leading to.
There were some people that were making some major connections between the babysitter and Lila. They're both from overseas. Could they be sisters? They both have dark
that's
hair.
pretty good.
Oh, interesting.
That's kind of
She's so evil. I'm back on the evil train. She is so evil. Done.
She's Lila's older sister. Mm-hmm. Come to exact her revenge.
Oh yeah, totally. Oh dude, he's gonna end up in little itty bitty pieces by the end of this season. I swear to God, it's gonna be
Dexter
perfect.
is?
Maybe
that might
she's
be a-
evil.
I'm not really seeing
Evil.
in the looks department the commonality between the two. I got to be honest.
No, yeah, well, it's true.
Yeah.
They're
Maybe
both
she's her
European.
They're European and they have dark hair.
Yeah.
She's her aunt.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. It just so often, Dexter is not following the code right now. He's making himself vulnerable to a stranger, and even though she seems welcoming and nurturing and motherly and all these things, it's such a dangerous thing. That leap of faith is so treacherous. So I wouldn't say I think she's evil so much as I'm suspicious of Dexter being very hurt or worse by opening up like that. So that's, it could be any character like that. Any maternal character who comes into his life right now is, I don't know.
Well, there's clearly a parallel. He's opening himself up to this woman who he has to trust to, care for his child and help him out in his regular life. Then he's also opening himself up to this other whack job
Oh, yeah.
who he wants her to trust him. It's like he's asking Lumen to do the same thing that, the nanny is asking him to do. It's the parallel. It's almost like a love triangle. It's a trust triangle. That's what it is.
It's a platonic trust triangle.
Trust triangle.
I can't quite do it, but that's what it is. That's what I think it is.
Well, that's our predictions and that's our trivia, folks. So yeah, we do this every week. Stupid for Dexter every Monday night at 8 p.m. Pacific time. Where else can you see us?
Ooh, we now have www.stupidfordexter.com. We also have our Facebook page, Twitter @StupidForDexter. You can find us. We are out there.
And if you miss, well, obviously you haven't missed it because you're watching us right now, but you can find our previous episodes on blip.tv, iTunes.
YouTube.
It's true. It's
And
true.
we're hoping to get the message board up and working by this week, so then people can come to our message boards and talk all about Dexter.
Well, there you go.
That would be
So
awesome.
not only, by the way, not only does Streamin Garage have this show, but they also have Stupid for Fantasy Football. And it's Thursdays at 2.
Thursdays at 2 p.m. Fantasy Football. Thursdays at 8 p.m. Stupid for Movies, which is the flagship show. And then Strip Down Live is Wednesday nights, Kurt Smith. And tomorrow on it, we have Matthew Sweet.
Woo!
Come in and play acoustic.
That's
right?
awesome.
Right?
It's going to be so much
No,
fun.
not tomorrow. Wait, Wednesday. Oh, today's only Monday. Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Well, you know
One
what?
more
By the
day.
time this gets up on podcast, it's tomorrow. Wednesday, 8 p.m., October something or another. Wait, 18, 19, 20th. October 20th. Wednesday, 8 p.m., Matthew Sweet. And we've now hit over 1.5 million live views. So
What?
stuff's happening, man.
Nice. So thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Stupid for Dexter.